part 1 of this tutorial, we will cover how to use TechLive's built-in tools to analyze evidence by working with files during troubleshooting. We will start by discussing the various operations you can perform on these files in the TechLive War Room. We'll also show how to search within a file, bookmark or annotate part of a file, and share a viewing session with other users. We'll also cover using the diff function from within TechLive. Using the timestamp correlation wizard and correlating log files are not covered in this video, as they'll be covered in part 2 of this tutorial. After logging into a war room, we see the Agenda tab and can see what problems have been associated with this war room. Going to the Files tab, we'll see all of the files which have been uploaded and associated with the problems on this agenda. We could also uncheck the Agenda Only box in order to view all the files that this war room moderator has uploaded. Note that only images and US ASCII text files are supported in the war room. There is no internationalization support. By default, the files are listed in the order of when they were uploaded, but we could also choose to sort by name. We can refresh the view to check for changes other users may have made, or upload more files. Note that if we upload files from here and do not associate them with one of the problems on the agenda, we will see them only if the Agenda Only box is not checked. We can double-click a file to view it. A new window opens, showing the image or text, and we can resize the window for better viewing. We see the total number of lines in the file. By default, the file viewer shows only the first 50 lines of the file. We can change this by entering a new number in the Show Only field and hitting Enter. There are several ways to navigate within the file. We can use the navigation buttons to go to the beginning or end of the file, or to the previous screen or next screen. We could also jump to any line by entering the desired line number in the Jump To field and hitting Enter. The desired line will then be shown approximately halfway down the page, in context with the preceding and following lines. It's important to note that depending on how many lines you've chosen to show in a page, you'll be taken to the page with the desired line, but you may have to scroll to view it. We can search within a file by entering the search text in the Find field and hitting Enter. Any results are displayed in the Search Results area. Double-clicking a search result takes us to the location in the file with the search result highlighted. Currently, search in TechLive only supports OR logic. Putting a term in quotes does not produce AND logic. For example, searching for, quote, word 1, word 2, end quote, does not search for the term word 1, word 2, but rather the occurrence of either the term, quote, word 1, or the term word 2, end quote. Returning to the file, we'll now look at the bookmark feature, which allows users to make notes in the file as they're browsing it. These bookmarks will be saved in TechLive, allowing a user to return to previous work or for other experts to see when viewing the same file. To create a bookmark, we simply highlight the desired text and click the Bookmark button. We're then able to enter any notes and give a meaningful name to the bookmark. We then see the bookmark added to the bookmark list, where they're listed in the order of the appearance in the file. We can right-click on a bookmark in the list and select Delete to delete the bookmark, Go to jump to the bookmark, or select Details to edit the bookmark, which opens the bookmark dialog again, where we can change the private to public status of the bookmark or the annotation text. Now, by default, all of this navigation is happening within our own private viewing session of the file. Two users could be viewing the same file independently, and if one created a public bookmark, it would immediately become visible to the other user. On the Files tab, this file would be highlighted in red to indicate that something had changed with that file. Alternatively, we could enter a shared viewing session with one or more other users by clicking the Share button. In shared viewing, all users are always viewing the same page of the file, so whenever one user clicks a navigation button or jumps to a line or bookmark, the navigation takes effect for all viewers in the shared session. If one user highlights text, all users see it. However, much like looking over someone's shoulder to read a book, individuals can look around within a page independently by scrolling up or down without affecting other users. To detach from a shared session, we click Unshare. One more very helpful built-in tool is the diff function. Two of the most common troubleshooting situations are 1. Something works in one place and not in another, or 2. Something was working and stopped working or started having problems. Either way, a diff operation can help find the difference between two files, either between one place and another, or between the current version of a file and a previous version of the same file. TechLive's made it easy to perform a diff on two files from within a war room by selecting both files while holding the Control button and clicking the Diff button. A new window is opened showing the two files side by side with differences highlighted. And that concludes this tutorial on analyzing evidence by working with files in TechLive. Please see Part 2 of this tutorial for information on analyzing evidence in TechLive by correlating log files.